And today I have a special gift for you that I received from a very special 2-year-old. And here, it goes like this. So my husband and I, we went on movie date night, which rarely happens, but when we do, it's really great. And my 2.5-year-old, we have a 2.5-year-old, his bedtime is usually between 8 and 9. And so we picked up our son on the way home, and around 8, and we get home, and of course we want to give him a little more attention before he goes to bed, so he knows, our little 2-hour adventure away was still important, but he is also part of our importance. So we had some family time. We're, dancing around to the Elmo ABC song in the living room, and we're tickling and tackling, and then we have a whole routine where then he gets book time. We sit down and read a book. He loves to read. And then we have bubble bath time, and then pajama time, and of course chocolate milk time. I think we all remember chocolate milk days. Yeah? Okay. And so finally my husband was like, okay, finally it's time for you to go to bed. So we get him into his room, we lay him into his crib, we pull the covers up, and he's very peaceful, and I could tell there's a twinkle in his eye. Okay, good night, Sonny, we love you. We call him Sonny. And as soon as my husband and I go to the door, he has this game, and he does it every now and then. As soon as we go to the door, all of a sudden he leaps out of his covers, stands at the side of his crib, and goes, blowing us a kiss. Okay, how do you shut the door on that one, right? So I run over the crib, I say, oh, and I try and kiss him. And of course, as soon as I get there, he plops down where I'm too short. I can't reach into the crib, so I can't kiss him. And so then okay, good night, Sonny, love you, lay down. Go back to the door, and all of a sudden, and he stands up, all alert and, trying to get me. And so we go, and so I go, and he goes, and I go, and he goes, and we just, for 5 or 10 minutes of laughing. I could barely stand because I'm laughing so hard because he's so funny. The way he puts his umph into his, I'm going to make you stay up with me, and he's smart. What is this 2-year-old teaching me? And this night I realized, after we had all of our giggles out and I mustered up enough be a mommy, not a kid energy, and told him, okay, good night, and at that point he knew that was it. And he laid down and let me put his covers up, and he grabbed his teddy bear and smiled, and he went to sleep. This is a typical routine for him when he's really not as tired as some days. He's just, ready for bed. But this is a routine for him when he wants to stay up a little longer. See, he's really, really wise. There's a gift he's giving us. And I didn't realize it until this particular night, which I realized that he was utilizing the most powerful energy in the world. What do you think it was? Love energy? Yeah? Joy, love, appreciation. He was tapping into the higher vibrational feelings, the higher vibrational emotions, to get his way, to stay up a little bit longer. He was teaching me what I often say and what I live by, what I believe by, that love is the most powerful force in the world. If we loved ourselves more, appreciated our lives, appreciated who we are and what we've done with who we are. If we tapped into, I've always said it, the more positive you are, the more powerful you are. The more positive you are, the more powerful you are. The most positive you can be, the most powerful you can be. There's the most powerful energy in the world is in my studies and experience, and I've been in this field for about 8 years. But I've done my own experiential stuff, getting my own experiential knowledge. But I've also studied hundreds of people who would say the same thing today, who are saying the same thing today around the world. Positivity is the most powerful source force in the world. And so when you feel like you might be up against some resistance, maybe you don't want to go to bed early that night, whatever it is that you feel you're resisting, that you believe is good for you, that will provide more health or well-being for your life, but you're resisting it, I want you to remember the gift of this 2-year-old. Tap into joy. Tap into love. Not only will you feel better right away, your transition into what's better for you will be more effortless. You will go to sleep with a smile. Whether it's resistance to having the love of your life in your life, and maybe fears or anxiety or low self-esteem about it, that's resistance. It's inner resistance. Whether it's resistance to becoming more physically fit, whether it's resistance to having more financial income, whether it's resistance to going to school or trying a different route. But if you feel that it's about your health or your well-being, and you're resisting it, even though it feels good for you, remember joy and love. Remember to giggle, blow kisses in the air, tap into joy and love, and you will see that the transition for your health and well-being will become smoother and more fruitful right away in the moment.